Alright, so the good news is we're still cooking on the Blackstone today. Bad news is it's probably going to be the last one because it's a little cold outside. But let's make some skillet mac and cheese. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Gabe, and like I said, we're making skillet mac and cheese. I've never done this before, so this is a whole new world for everybody. So without further ado, let's get started. So I really love mac and cheese, and I've always wanted to use my cast iron skillet, so why not combine the two? So inside I have my pasta, my elbow noodles pre-cooking, and I'm only gonna par cook them for about 5 or 6 minutes, just long enough to not need to cook all the way in the pan. And then I got my other ingredients inside that I'll bring out here, and we'll start putting together a mac and cheese. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our sauce. Now the full recipe I will put in the description below for you guys, but for this I don't have a very big cast iron skillet, and so I gotta work with what I got. So we're gonna go ahead and make our sauce while our pasta noodles are cooking, and then we'll add our pasta noodles in here and let it finish. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make a roux. So with that, you need about a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of flour. Okay, then combine that. Now if you don't want to do the flour and butter, you can just do heavy cream, but since we're doing the roux, we're gonna do this plus milk. So you don't need to let this go too terribly long, probably about a minute, just until the butter and the flour is nice and incorporated and the flour absorbs into the butter. It's kind of look like chunk. Okay, that's what you're looking at. Okay, now I got about a cup of milk. You can always add more if it's not thin enough, but this should be enough for at least this size of pan, and you want to gradually add it in there. You don't want to go too heavy right away. You want to give it a chance to warm up, and you want to constantly stir this until your flour clumps dissolve. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit of pepper and salt. Okay, then we're gonna add cheddar cheese and Monterey Jack cheese. Now I'm gonna do about a cup of each. Because again, I need a full, I don't have a big enough pan. Okay, and I want this to be kind of melted. The heat of the pasta noodles will kind of do the rest for me. Looking real good. And you're just gonna keep stirring this and keeping it moving until the cheese melts. All right, our cheese sauce is looking pretty good. Let's add some of our noodles. Now I have about a 1 pound box, but this is probably about 8 ounces of noodles, because again, the pan's not so big. We're gonna gently stir that in there. And I actually saved a couple tablespoons of my pasta water. We're gonna pour that in there. This is looking mighty delicious. All right, so I know I'm not gonna get that nice crispy cheese as if I were to put it in the oven, but I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on top and let it melt. Plus a little bit of extra cheese never hurt anybody. So now, one more thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple Ritz and crush them up and crumble them on top, just to give it some crunch. And then I'm gonna put a lid on this, let this melt, and then once the cheese is melted, everything else should be done. But so that we have a little bit more daylight, once this is done, we'll go inside, we'll try it out, and we'll go inside where it's a little bit warmer, because it's kind of freezing. I don't know if you can tell by my breath blowing in the wind, but yeah, we can go inside where it's a little bit warmer and we'll try it out. All right, it's a little warmer in here, and I must say, I think that turned out pretty well. But let's try it out. All right, so this smells really good. So I don't think I'm gonna be too disappointed in how it's going to taste, but we'll see. But like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so see how I did. Oh yeah, nice cheesy, looking delicious. All right, cheers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, the flour cooked out, which is always important. The cheese melted really nice, made a nice, real nice creamy cheese sauce. Could have used a little bit more sauce and a little less noodle maybe. And that was the outside. But this is, yeah, this is really good. In fact, let's try a middle just to see if maybe it just didn't have enough sauce, but yeah, that's pretty good. Like I said, could have used a little bit more sauce because I may have put too much macaroni in there. But all in all, I'm not upset by it at all. It's still very, very creamy. It's not super, super dry. It just could. It's a preference. It could use a little bit more sauce. But if I had a bigger pan, then yes, I would definitely add more stuff to it. But like I said, this is about a half batch. So if I had done a full batch, it'd probably be pretty spot on. I'd probably also use heavy cream instead of milk, just because heavy cream has a little bit more fat to it, and so that'd give it some really solid flavor. But I'm definitely not disappointed in this, and I actually like the Ritz. I'm glad they kind of crisped up a little bit. It adds a nice texture, but it's seasoned well. It's really cheesy and excellent. I would definitely do this again. But there you have it, guys. Skillet mac and cheese. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button next to it. Comment down below, tell me what you think, tell me what I should do next. And as always, guys, peace out. I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of this now. Wow. Stellar.